Hello, everyone. My name is Armin Navabi. This is the Secular Jihadists. We're going to be doing a Q&A today without Harris because something came up and he can't make it today. But don't worry, I'm here. Let me actually turn this up. Okay, there we go. That's fixed. Given that Harris is not here, I posted a link to Secular Jihadists YouTube members earlier today in case anyone wants to come up. But I'm going to try to keep it short and to the point. I'm going to answer Patreon questions. We do this every week. If you guys want me to answer your questions, and most other days, Harris is here as well. If you want me or Harris to answer your questions, you could become a patron on the Secular Jihadists YouTube channel. You have the link to our Patreon on all of our videos under the video. So if you're a patron on Secular Jihadists, we take your questions every week and we answer them. So I have a couple of questions that I'm going to answer. We also answer super chats. So if you want to send any super chats, I will answer those as well. I also posted, so I'm going to try to keep it short and to the point unless somebody comes up. So if anybody wants to come up, I posted a link on the Secular Jihadists YouTube channel. On the community tab, I posted a link for members only. So if you're a YouTube member on Secular Jihadists, you could come up and talk to me live on air. But if nobody, I'm going to try to, unless somebody comes up, I'm going to try to keep this very quick and short. So we have a couple of questions that I already have here. Again, I answer super chats as well, if in case anybody wants to do that. Soho is confirming that audio is great. Darko is here. Dali is here. Hi, Dali. I haven't seen you for a while. And yeah, Hawkins is saying, hello, sir. Please explain Sufism. Okay, guys, I'm answering Patreon questions and super chats. But hi. There we go. So let me go through the Patreon questions really fast. So here's the first Patreon question. I like this question, actually. So the question says, what could be some ways to celebrate Ramadan that aren't super Orientalist? Target's options seem a bit stereotypical. And there was a link that came with this. The link that came earlier wasn't working, so I just went on Target and looked at the search for Ramadan to see what shows up, and you can see these are some of the designs, so I could see what they mean by Orientalist, right? So guys, you know what, different people have different definition of what it means. So these are, you can see this month, this Ramadan, this year, there's a lot of celebration of that by, Target, Walmart, and everything. You can see that Ramadan in Western countries is becoming a lot more mainstream. And you can see all these designs and stuff. And some people are thinking that this is cultural appropriation or is too Orientalist. But I don't know. I don't have an issue with what people refer to Orientalism, because what the original problem with Orientalism was that it takes a certain culture and it looks at, like, from the Middle East, right? And it has some stereotypes that it just highlights repeatedly, and then it it simplifies it, or it's a bit reductionist to a couple of certain stereotypes, and there's a lack of nuance, and there's certain visual aspects that is just constantly associated with that culture from outside of that culture in Western countries. And because of its simplicity and lack of nuance and its reductionist attitudes of an entirety of a culture to a few visual things, that's why certain people had an issue with it, and it's been seen as a dirty thing, like as a Western simplified view of making something that it doesn't understand exotic as a way to just consume it for its pleasure rather than trying to understand it, right? That's the historical issue with what people refer to as Orientalism. However, I don't think that applies anymore. Not as much as before when it comes to Western countries, right? Because Western countries are not like what they used to be. This was, for example, a Western country that was looking at another country's culture, that it was alien to it, right? It was something alien to it. But now these same Western countries have a huge community of people from the Middle East that have this culture, and it's not like Westerners. This is part of Western culture now, right? It's so ingrained in Western culture. It's people within, like, UK or United States or Canada. These are Muslims themselves in these Western countries, right? So you cannot act like some outsiders is looking outside into a culture. These are insiders. These are people that um so and the problem is that a lot of people will look at this and they say, like, this is becoming distant from the true meaning of Ramadan. And to me, that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. We're moving away from the religious aspects of Ramadan, and we're moving to a more secularized version of it that is detached from religion and is just turning into a festive celebration, just like what we did with what humanity did with Christmas. They're going to do it with Ramadan. So I don't see an issue with this. And I don't think it's Orientalism because it's being done by Muslims themselves. I mean, and the only thing that is similar to Orientalism is that it looks more exotic, and distant from the true nature of the roots of what this thing was supposed to be. But I think that's not inherently bad. It's bad when it's done by an outsider that is not putting the effort into understanding something, or having nuance, or some understanding something deeper. But it's actually that progress, making something more exotic or more festive, if it's being done by the people within that community, even though it's somewhat similar to how Orientalism is works, because it's more colorful. They also do that. Think about, like, Aladdin, and how they made things a lot more, or like the genie or lamps, or I don't know, certain things that you see here as well, right? You can see, like, okay, they were just turning some other people's culture into something that they could consumable for a Western audience. So in that aspect, this is similar. This is very similar, but consumable by a Western audience that is, I don't know, Pakistani, or Arab, or Bangladeshi, or whatever, um, because they want to. At the end of the day, what religion originally comes up with is too old, is not as enjoyable as what modern capitalism can offer to us. And this is progress. This is more enjoyable, more festive, more in line with things that provide joy, and more secular, more detached from the belief itself. So this is all progress, and I think that it doesn't have the same problems that we usually associate with Orientalism. So I don't see any issue with this. Um, yeah, let me see what you guys are saying. Again, guys, I'm only answering Patreon questions and super chats. So Darko is saying it's almost like those are memes that are easily and widely understood. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Um, yeah, I don't have an issue with this. So I don't think, like, people have to worry about too much, like, oh, how could we enjoy Ramadan without being, like, culturally, we want to be culturally sensitive. We don't want to, just like, this is being done by the community itself. Just, if somebody is giving you a hard time that you don't understand, tell them to go F themselves. And this is capitalism, and enjoy the fruits of its of what modernity has to offer. This is on the market, it's for sale, and whatever the festivals are, whatever the celebrations are, you could take part. In fact, if you are an atheist and you don't like religion, I think you should take part in these you could it would be helpful if you take part in this more festive aspects of these religious uh, traditions, because with your wallet and with your participation, you are encouraging the detachment of these celebration from the belief. I mean, again, it would never be fully detached, just like Christmas is never fully detached from Christianity. But as long as it's somewhat detached, it's more enjoyable. I mean, like, look at this. This is like this. So, I mean, I didn't have Ramadan like this when I was when I was a kid in a Muslim country, and this feels like, and I feel like children who experience Christmas in Western countries, they have had more of a childhood than some kids that have to go through Ramadan in Islamic countries. And I think like this is good. This is now you could have a more rich childhood enjoying the Ramadan like a child is supposed to. Unlike I mean, to be fair though, I grew up Shia, and the Shia celebrations are just horrible. Seems like a dementor's idea of what festive means, but we had Eid though. We had, I mean, Eid al-Nowruz, that which is secular, and so we had that, so that was good. But anyways, I don't want to spend too much more time on this. I think this is progress. I don't think you need to be that sensitive about. I don't think you need to be that sensitive about. Oh, is this Orientalism? It doesn't that doesn't have the same meaning anymore. The Europe and North America has so many people from Muslim majority countries that you can't even try to do that like it used to. It's coming from inside the house. So I hope that made sense. I don't know if that made sense what I just said. Yeah. Yeah, so I was saying, you are not live on FB. Yeah, I've been banned for a week or so because of a post. Do you guys want to see what the goddamn post was that removed me for a week from Facebook? I don't know if it's a week or a month. I don't even know. Do you guys want to see what the hell I got banned for a week? Do you guys want to see? It's just insane. I'll show you. I think Facebook is just like getting more and more stupid. I think with the age of AI, it's supposed to get smarter, but it's just getting dumber. I don't understand who's managing this. Hold on. Do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see why I'm banned off? Okay, so I'll show you the meme, and then I will not show you what they said the problem was with it. I want you guys to guess why I have been banned from Facebook, and then I will show you. I will scroll up and I will show you the reason. Okay. So here's the meme. Oh shit. Here's the meme on Atheist Republic. Okay, look at this. So this is a funny meme, supposed to be a funny meme. I posted on Atheist Republic. It says, when you ask them for a source and they reply with a 2-hour YouTube video, and then your response is like, all right, then keep your secrets. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of funny. Okay. Why do you think I got banned for a week for this? What do you guys think? What happened? What did Facebook tell me that what the issue with this was? Come on, guess. Give me any guesses. Anyone want to guess what the issue with this meme was? Yeah, people are saying like, D is saying hate speech, and Andrew is saying what's wrong with that, and so is saying what the hell is wrong with that exactly. Arabic translated memes is saying there's absolutely nothing wrong in that meme. Yeah. No spam. No. What is this? I don't know. You're clearly calling them dumb. No, I'm not. No, that's not the reason why they banned me. I'm calling them dumb. Who am I calling dumb? I'm not calling. This is not calling anybody dumb. Butthurt people. Yeah, but butthurt. But no, I mean it's not even butthurt. But why? Butthurt for what? Who is this offending? Who is this against? Who is this again? Who are the group of people? This is not against any. Like it can't be hate speech. Any other guesses? Dark is like, LOL, I don't know. All right, let's see why this was a ban-worthy meme. Okay, so it's saying we have removed something you posted. Okay, and then it explains there are certain kinds of posts about I'm not going to read this, okay? It's an self-deletion, starts with an S. I don't or self-injury that we don't allow on Facebook because we want to promote a safe environment. You can learn more about this in our community standards. If you're going through a difficult time, we want to share ways you can find support. I don't know what's wrong with Facebook, my God. You people are like, what? Yeah, what the fuck? And there's no guys, and there's no way to complain about this. Like there's no way for me to there's no way, like there's no way out. There's no way, like, guys, you screwed up here. There's Facebook doesn't provide me with an opportunity to make my case. Or like, I mean, like, okay, let's look at the post again. I had to like look at this a couple of times. Like, how did they get how can they get self-deletion and self-injury out of this? Again, I'm not gonna say the S word. I hope people who are listening to this on a podcast know what I'm talking about. It's SUICIDE. So that's the thing. But again, I don't know how. Okay, but okay. I don't know, it made me laugh though. It made me laugh. Um, yeah, okay. So that's Facebook for you. All right. So yeah, I was gonna try to keep this short. Let me go faster. Oh, again, guys, I'm gonna keep this short unless any YouTube members want to come live on air. And again, you can see where I posted. It's on the community tab of Secular Jihadists, and it's only available to members. But if nobody comes up, I'm gonna try to keep this very short. All right. Next patron question: what is one good memory you have from Ramadan when you were growing up? Well, my fondest memories of Ramadan is because in university during Ramadan, because we were a bunch of heathens who didn't fast, we had to sneak in food for lunchtime. And first of all, it's kind of a challenge bringing food to university during Ramadan in Iran, which is illegal to eat during Ramadan, right? Because your food smells. Like, when you're packing lunch, people can smell that you have food with you. So you have to wrap it really, really well, and maybe just have dry food that doesn't smell, right? So you wrap your food like double during Ramadan. So when you pack it in, nobody can smell it in your bag. And then what you do is during lunchtime, what's supposed to be lunch break in university, you go find the most updated hiding spot to go eat. So there's going to be a place where all the naughty kids who don't fast during Ramadan, they go there and they eat. And usually it's like under a stairs or somewhere. Yeah. So the good thing about that is that because we're all being naughty, we kind of feel like bad boys and girls hiding there, and it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun because there's girls there, and we're all like sneaking in and eating, and that's a good place to just also meet girls that don't respect Ramadan, which makes them, as bad as you. So we could be it's a potential opportunity to be, well, we're sinning already by eating during Ramadan. Do you want to go sin some more, maybe somewhere more private, if you know what I mean? So that's a good opportunity usually to find people that you want to meet. There's that. Another fun. Oh wait, Darko is saying that sounds. Hold on, let me highlight this. Dark is saying that sounds like a great way to develop an eating disorder, though. Eating disorder? I mean, we're eating the same as before. I mean, we're not like the people who were eating lunch. I mean, maybe people who are fasting, they would develop a eating disorder, but for us, it's just the same as usual, just an extra sneaking in, being extra sneaky. Just that's all that has changed. Um, oh, hiding food. I mean, no, I don't see how. Okay, sure. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, another good memory I have is that one of the people in my family, which I'm not going to mention who, has like a huge beard, even though he's not Muslim or respects any of this religious mumbo jumbo. He had developed a scheme, a trick to be able to drink coffee during Ramadan because he's addicted to coffee, and during Ramadan you can't drink outside, and that doesn't work for him. He's not able to just not go through the day without coffee. So one thing he does during driving, like he drinks all the time, drinks coffee all the time, even when he's driving, all the time, right? So when he goes to his work, he has places where he could go coffee and drink coffee in private, and that's no problem. But he needs to be able to drink coffee on his drive to work every day as well, right? And that's a problem because people can see from outside your car that you're drinking coffee. So what he does, he has a huge beard. He came up with a um, he what he does, he every morning he puts a long straw. He had a plastic straw that he puts in his coffee in his car, and then he puts the straw from he brings it from under his beard through his beard into his mouth, and while he's driving he just slowly sips on his coffee while he's driving, but nobody can see that he's picking up and drinking his cup because the straw was going through his beard into his mouth while driving. So yeah, that's another funny thing that I remember during Ramadan that happened. But yeah, that's about it. Those are my funny memories, interesting memories. So there's that, and then this is the last question, and then I'm gonna go again. This was gonna be today is gonna be a very very short stream because we don't have Harris here. What is this one? Oh, okay. So here, the last patron question is: do you know that Pakistan's Republic Day is the same day as Atheist Day? Yes, I do know that because every Atheist Day, people constantly tell us. They're like, "What the hell? Today is Atheist Day." Armin, do you know what else is today? Well, I'll let you know something else. Um, International Atheist Day is also the same as Puppy Recognition Day. Okay, so you have to understand when we were picking what day Atheist Day should be. I'm actually the one that went through the days to pick the day. All right. Um, when I was looking at all the days to pick, we wanted to be in March because we wanted to be early spring. The group had decided that it wanted to be early spring, and I was picking the specific day. I was like, okay, let me go pick a day that is not other. They're not celebrating other things. And I was like, sweet, sweet summer child. I didn't recognize, I didn't know that I was ignorant about the fact that every day is already a celebration of multiple things. So we only have 365 days, and they have been all taken by not just one thing, but by multiple things, because there's many things that are being celebrated and recognized, right? So I like, oh wow, so there is no day that is like empty. I was like, of course there is not. And I was like, feel like a fool that thinking that there would be one. There's only 365 days. So I just had to go and pick the one that maybe had the least or not very at least relevant or least um celebrations or recognition days. And March 23rd was the one that I came up with. And yeah, this one of the things that I was looking at, what are the things are March 23rd, and I think one of them was like the Puppy Recognition Day, and one of them was Pakistan's Republic Day. So it wasn't that many other things, but all the other days around it was more things, I think, if I remember correctly. And I just penned with March 23rd. So that's how I picked it. And also this is I mean, it's a nice thing too, because Pakistan, a lot of Pakistanis, when they realize that that day is also Atheist Day, you see that they want to tell you about it, like, oh, today is Atheist Day, well, let me tell you this. And given that Pakistan, how much Pakistan requires secularism and atheism and all of that more than many other places, it's good that this gives an excuse for Pakistanis on social media to want to engage with this and remind people, because their engagement in their desire to tell people that what out of date this is makes their activity with their engagement with atheism a little bit more relatively, and that would make the Atheist Day be get more of an engagement in Pakistan, which is heavily needed, right? So there's that. All right, yeah, that was the last Patreon question. See, I went through this really fast. See, without Harris, the level of content is only 25 minutes. So this is why we need Harris, because with Harris, this would have been a 2-hour show. Darker is saying maybe that would help them internalize atheism. Yeah, maybe. Some people are saying cricket has finished, so I think Harris has had too many chocolate eggs. Yeah, maybe. So it can be. People are trying to decide why he's not here. So there you go. So it's not cricket. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's chocolate eggs. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I have to go find my Jesus and bunny. Jesus chocolate bunny related memes. Every year around this day, we have memes reminding people about how ridiculous it is that we celebrate the crucifying Jesus with bunnies laying chocolate eggs. So yeah, so there's a lot of funny memes about that. So I should go find them and post them, because yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. Again, short and sweet, to the point. Make sure, please like the video so that our channel grows. Please leave a comment. You guys could support us. Did you guys know that when you leave comments and like the video, you're actually supporting us financially? Did you know that? So you are not spending any money, and at the same time you're supporting us financially. Isn't that amazing? Some people are like, Armin, Harris, we want to support you financially, but we don't have any money, we are poor. And like, okay, yes, you should not support us financially, you should take care of yourself. Nobody, even if you're not poor, even if you're just struggling a little bit, okay, you shouldn't support us financially, but you could still financially support us without actually financially supporting us, without spending a single cent, just by liking and commenting. Isn't that amazing? That's an amazing deal. That's an amazing deal. We get financial support and you don't spend any money. So please go ahead and like the video and leave a comment on all of our videos. And yeah, that would be a lot of support. I would appreciate that. And BD Love is saying, liked here. Let me write like this. Like, subscribe, and rung the bell notification. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. All right, guys. Yes, I am exposed. Click like and everything. Yes, I know. Yeah, the pagan origins of Easter. I'm aware of that. Eggs and rabbits. Eggs and rabbits are supposed to represent fertility, and maybe that's why they picked the same day for Jesus rising, because he's being born. Right, like for day of fertility. Eggs, things being born, bunnies. You know why bunnies? Because bunnies fuck, okay, a lot, right? And have you seen videos of them, right? So that's how horny bunnies are related to Jesus being born again, because it's all about fertility. All right. I don't know, did that make sense? I think that made sense. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you, everybody, and see you again next week. Bye. Mwah.